The release of God of War Ragnarok earlier in November made me a little sentimental for the series, knowing this could very well be the end of God of War as we know it. So I decided to take a look back at some of the other fantastic games in this franchise. God of War 3, a masterpiece. God of War, Ghost of Sparta. Mwah. They both came out in the same year, by the way. God of War Betrayal? Wait, there's a God of War mobile game? But the one game that you may have not thought of that I happened to pre-order back in the day in 2013 is God of War Ascension for the PlayStation 3.
You will return.
Only on PlayStation.
Although this is the 7th game to be released in the series, it would serve as a prequel before prequels, and is chronologically the first game of God of War. Join Kratos as he takes his first steps on a now legendary quest for freedom, redemption, and the clarity to avenge his family in the most ambitious God of War adventure in the series so far.
Hello, Kratos.
Now that tagline is no lie. This game is definitely ambitious. One of the most impressive things about this game is that it is the only God of War game that has online. God of War? Online? Yes, online. Now I'll get to that in just a second because that is the main thing that I want to talk about in this video. But let's go over some other features that make God of War Ascension unique.
You have no reason to trust me, Spartan. I only ask that you try.
God of War Ascension takes place roughly 6 months after Kratos is tricked into killing his family.
Pain is all I have left.
He wants nothing to do with Ares, so is sent away to be tortured by the Furies. The game is only about 8 hours long and doesn't really develop Kratos any farther as a character, but it does show you how Kratos became the vengeful monster that we see him in the original series. This game gave birth to the grapple mechanic as we know it, and as well as filling up the rage bar when hitting enemies. When the meter is full, you can unleash new moves that do more damage, and the bar can deplete if you take damage, and goes down with time. The Blades of Chaos are the only main weapons Kratos gets throughout this journey. Uniquely to this game, however, are secondary weapons, including a sword, javelin, club, shield, and sling, are found in environments and can be taken from enemies. You can only hold one of these weapons at a time, and using it does not increase your rage meter. So at some point, like later in the game, these weapons don't feel necessary because of how strong the blades get, especially once elemental magic is introduced. The magic in this game is used through the blades. You can imbue the blades with elements that represent 4 major gods. Fire is Ares, lightning is Zeus, ice is Poseidon, and not water for some reason, and Hades is souls, which lets you literally summon souls. You can switch between these on the fly to create some devastating combos, and if you fill up your rage meter, you can use it all at once on a single massive elemental attack. There are also a few items that you collect to progress the story that can be used in combat. The coolest is a stone that lets you clone yourself, the other lets you temporarily slow down time, and the final lets you break illusions and destroy magic barriers. All in all, I found this game pretty challenging. I remember getting stuck on a section near the end where it's just waves of enemies coming at you as you're going up a spiral or maybe down a spinning tower. I'm pretty sure you're going down a spinning tower. Then you go up an elevator. I became the god of rage that day. If only. If only. But there's one part of the story that always stood out to me. Even to this day, it lives in my head rent-free.
Glory be to Olympus! I am free! Gods give me strength!
Whoa, that guy got zapped, or did he? Although this is the only God of War game to have an online, it was definitely not an afterthought when it came to the development of the game. For this scene here was the birth of God of War Online.
Glory be to Olympus! I am free! Gods give me strength!
That guy is you, the player. set free by Kratos and called upon by the gods to start your journey as a champion of Olympus. Who will you champion, my good sir or lady? Because what's online play if you don't get to pick a team? Earlier I mentioned the 4 different types of magic and how they have matching gods to go with them. Online, you pick a god, which you get to champion, and depending on which god you pick, you're gifted the matching elemental powers. So by picking Ares, you can use fire moves, and are also considered a tank. Picking Hades makes you a versatile warrior that can summon souls. If you pick Zeus, you become a magic user who mainly relies on lightning. And picking Poseidon would make you a healer, and you get to freeze stuff. They all have their own unique moveset and playstyle, along with corresponding colors to go with the aesthetic for your character. You can guess which color is which. From there, you're all set. Let the deathmatch begin! Make sure you have your God of War online pass though, because you can't just play this game, like just hop online. You have to be invited by the game itself. Believe it or not, there are 5 multiplayer modes. Team Favor of the Gods, Match of Champions, Trial of the Gods,
Trial of the Gods.
Capture the Flag, and Bout of Honor. In Favor of the Gods, 2 to 4 players try to win by killing enemies to get points. You have to get a certain amount of points to win. Points, known as favor, are earned by killing and other various methods. When you're not in a fight, you can help out by capturing altars, collecting red orbs from chests, and setting traps for opposing players. The non-team version of Match of Champions is a 4 to 8 player free-for-all deathmatch with a similar goal of just getting enough points to win. Trial of the Gods is a 2-player co-op time trial mode. The duo faces 5 waves of mythological monsters, concluding with a boss fight, and you can also do this solo. Capture the Flag is exactly what you'd think it is. 2 teams of 4 battle to capture the opposing team's flag until one of the team wins. And lastly, Bout of Honor, which was added in an update on July 11th, 2013. Players can now challenge each other 1v1 in a best of 7 fight.
Knockout.
This game actually has a lot of maps. It has 15, and all of them but 2 are based on places ventured throughout the God of War series. For example, Desert of Lost Souls from the original God of War, Bog of the Forgotten from God of War 2, the Chamber of the Flame from God of War 3. It has 2 original maps,
Colosseum of Persia. Walls of Troy.
which features the Trojan horse. It's pretty cool. Every map has its own special power-ups awarded by gods for earning points. Like on Desert of Lost Souls, you'll get the Spear of Olympus. Maps also have environment obstacles or objects to complete for more points. So as an example, if there happens to be some sort of big stage hazard that can interact with you, if you get too close to it, it can hit you. You know, if you kill that stage hazard, then it can be 20 points for Gryffindor or Hades.
Boo! You stink!
You can unlock special moves, upgrade armor, weapons, relics, and other treasures while leveling up your champion. There's also labors, aka daily challenges from the gods, that reward armor and weapons. During multiplayer matches, players constantly receive buffs and debuffs, and there's a color coding system called flashes, where your character will flash a certain color indicating if you're vulnerable or invulnerable. There's another feature added on June 10th, 2013 called Ascension, which is basically like if you prestige in Call of Duty, allowing players to reset their allegiance progression when they reach level 40 and receive in-game currency for godly armor and weapons, aka the best in the game. They are classified as a hero the first time they ascend and a demigod the second, and then they stay as a demigod for every other time they ascend. Nowadays, you can just auto-generate a code for the online and you're good to go. And yes, to my knowledge, the online for this game is still alive, though I'm not sure how active it is. You know, but 4v4 classic God of War combat with tons of weapons, cool abilities, and even a multiplayer mode. What's not to love about that? Now, this game definitely doesn't get the love that all the other ones deserve, but it definitely earns some respect. If not for showing you that little bit of different side of Kratos before we saw the vengeful monster he became to be, for this absolutely wild, a little bit before its time online mode. Now, I absolutely love God of War the way it is, and I have nothing but the utmost respect and appreciation for this prequel among prequels. Maybe the least favorite of the games, but by the gods, is it something special. If you like this video, you should consider following Just Jacob. That's the easiest free way to support me so I can make more videos like this. I got some news, some React Andy stuff here, some movie, game, anime reviews. And now it's time to finally finish. God of War Ragnarok. I've put it off long enough. But Ragnarok is here. Ha! We saved you once, but this is a different game. You're our enemy now. Ugh. Oh yeah, Atreus. Oh! Oh my god, that was crazy.